Good morning, Commonwealth. It is I, Mike Martins, broadcasting here from my little shop in Little Quiet Merritt, British Columbia. And what do I have going on? Well, I want to share a story for you guys, and let's spare a thought, a true thought now, for the people living in Victoria Island. And where's Victoria Island? No, it's not in Australia. No, it's not in New Zealand. It's in Canada. And I'm going to show you guys where it is on the map before we kick off. I got a lot of people from the Commonwealth watching this, so here it is, guys. This is Victoria. Now, this is where it is in Canada. It's on the west coast, and it is about 100 clicks by ferry from Vancouver. Now, what's happened in Victoria? A lot has happened. And, I've been talking about the housing crisis for years. Now, what's happened, a lot of foreign investing went into Victoria, a lot, like 2 years ago. And what happened was a lot of people were rent evicted, and basically, I'm going to renovate the place, you're going to have to leave. But then they started seeing this huge offset of homelessness skyrocketing. Now, you would never think this in a Western country that like this, something like this would happen, or let this happen to their people, but it happened. And it is very interesting, and it's very sad, and it's very heartbreaking to see what has been happening, unfolding in Canada, with the mass sell-offs to the highest bidders, basically, or selling off to the highest bidders or the highest investors. And that's what it's been, lucrative business to bringing in rich investors for Canada. So here you go. So here, let's take a look at Victoria and Nanaimo now. Now, this is the newest article from 2 days ago. Pump station homeless camp resident expected eviction. Okay, well, there's a guy camping out there, right? Evictions at the homeless camp behind the pump station along Comox Road didn't come to a surprise. So, according to the city of Courtenay, I hope I said that right, eviction is being ordered at the site due to significant safety concerns expressed by Comox Valley RCMP and others. Those concerns stemmed from the number of people at the site and increasingly hazardous conditions, and as well as reported criminal activity. So that's what's happening right here. It's hard to take out your garbage when you don't have anywhere to put it. It's illegal for me to dump garbage anywhere. Logistically, it's hard to pack out of here. Other than that, you've been great. So they're basically, Buddy's trying to say, you know what, like, falling on hard times, we're humans, right? Victoria seeks more funds for homeless cleanup costs. So now we're going to get into the whole tent city that was in Victoria that a lot of people didn't know too much about, even though it was in the news, and it was reported by the mainstream media. City of Victoria staff are seeking $362,000 in an ongoing supplementary funding in the next year budget to cover cleanup over the anticipated costs associated with homelessness camping in city parks. That's increased for 62,000 over 2018. The number of homeless people sleeping in Victoria parks, cost of picking up after them continue to climb. See, the problem is a lot of these people don't want to be homeless. Nobody wants to be homeless, right? A lot of these people had jobs and stuff, and because they were completely bought out of the market, and they were couch surfing on their last couch, because the people they were staying with lost their place. Because they weren't. It's not because a lot of them weren't paying their rent. It's because a lot of them were rent evicted. This happened in Nevada. This happened in Salt Lake City, Utah, when a lot of Californians left and moved northeast or east in the United States to find cheaper accommodations, because California was completely getting bought out by foreign investing too, and that got out of control. With 100, California alone has like 390,000 empty homes. So that's a lot of empty homes, and then putting the pressure on renting, and rents go up, right? So they're seeking money to help clean up after. So Victoria, there it is there again. You would think it'd be a nice retirement retreat, but a lot of people that are retired no longer could afford to live there. Of 7,655 people without homes in BC, 1,884 on the island. So this is it here for British Columbia, the island news here. And sources of income, income assistance, self and informally employed, disability benefit, and employed. So 18% of these people are working, but they're homeless. That's a huge number. Imagine how many people who are self employed would these people That's almost 39, 44% of the population wouldn't have to be homeless without a home, and that's the scary part, guys. And that is pretty strong. And it says the length of time lived in a community, in 10 years always. So I'll see that right there. These people have lived 50% in one place, so they're not roaming around. So they actually lived in the community for more than 10 years. Length of time lived in the community. So they're not like wanderers or scavengers or stuff going around trying to find a place to. No, these people, a lot of them are situated. Lived in a community 1 year and less than 10 years. So there you go, right there. So this shows that these people are legit. They're 100%. I believe in my heart of hearts, a lot of these people want to make it in life. Nobody wants to be a failure, right? Or a lot of people want to do well in life, you know? I'm taking it on a positive spin, guys, so don't freak out on me. Police around Sanage's new tent city enforce order to vacate. So this is from September 2018, right? And police were there, and they were just vacating people. Dozens of police officers from 3 departments surrounded Sanage's new tent city on the Ravine Way Tuesday morning to enforce evictions, and Sanage bylaw permits camping in 102 designated municipal parks between 7 p.m. and 9 a.m. Campers said they intended to return. So they're trying to change now the whole laws or the thing around it, and these people are human beings. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my God. And she's nicely dressed too. These people, look at this. It's very heartbreaking to see what happened, because the reason why I'm bringing this up, because this never happened. Up until 5 years ago, this wasn't a huge thing. Now it's gotten so bad that how are they going to hide this? How are they going to? So there you go, more there, and then I'll show you guys where Sanage is right here. So here's our map, our trusty map. Let's zoom into Victoria, and you can see where I'm talking here. Sanage is just north of Victoria right here. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, Sanage tent city residents arrested for allegedly blasting air horn in firefighter's ear. Playground construction begins on former tent city site in Victoria. So they're going to put a playground in there so they could rezone it. Victoria Courthouse lawn re-dated after tent city removal will be turned into a playground. And Coleman says tent cities need fast response. So this tent city went on for a couple of years, and that's how bad it was. Early stages of city dismantle. So there you go, another tent city here, and Vancouver Island. So let's play this. Oh, let's put some volume on this. Hold on. Let's see what these guys have to say here. This guy's wearing a tie. Hold on.
Organizers are taking down the tents that are currently empty, left behind by those who have simply walked away during the months-long occupation. The encampment got the bad news that their days were numbered last week when they lost a court battle to stay in Regina Park. A judge ordered the tenters out by midweek. A battle lost, but the group does not intend to give up the fight.
We've got another location, another plan, and another thing.
Not moving like out, but moving somewhere else?
Yeah. All in a group in one spot, and all showing up at one go with everything ready to go and put up and ready there and ready to go, instead of saying, oh, we're going to divide it and go here and then here. We're all going to one spot.
The group is not divulging where that new location will be.
So, coming soon. And it's going to be, these tent cities are propping up. I don't know if you watched my show on the one on Sydney, where they were parked outside of a major store, mall. Okay, build homes now. Again, this is residents, and this is in Nanaimo. So Nanaimo is right here, guys. Zoom out. Nanaimo is right there. Cha-cha, just further north. And Nanaimo is experiencing the same thing. Nanaimo tent city eviction deferred by a week. Nanaimo tent city, one of BC's largest, bulldozed as modular homes open. So they open up modular homes, and RCMP task force 250% spike in calls near modular housing. And 72,000 to repair Nanaimo school after occupied by squatters. What is happening? Comment below.